Hello, this is Aurora, folks, and today we are here on this beautiful autumn day celebrating Olivia's Way with the grand opening of her new handicap ramp.
To the greater Larchmont Mamaroneck community, your generosity and determination just has blown us away. You put the love in Love Larchmont. We're so blessed to live in such a caring and compassionate town. As was mentioned, the number of community groups, churches, temples, businesses, restaurants that came out supporting us with their time, talent, and treasure really is a testament to the best of what we can all collectively achieve together and why this is such a wonderful place to call home. To all the Girl Scouts of Larchmont Mamaroneck, you demonstrated what it means to be a friend to all girls. Through your participation in the walk and roll, the book sale, troop donations, extra cookie sales, you each made a significant contribution to making this ramp a reality. Whether you personally knew Olivia or not, you embraced the opportunity to make a difference in her life, and she has loved meeting all of her Girl Scout sisters. To the girls of Daisy Troop 2779, yesterday we learned about what it means to be courageous and strong. One Daisy Girl Scout said, being strong means having a strong heart. You each have such big hearts. You have been amazing friends to Olivia and have welcomed her and included her. I hope this experience is one you will remember, that by being someone's friend, you can truly make a difference in her life. You're each role models of what it means to be courageous and strong. To Uli and Lauren, our troop leaders, and especially to Pat Allen, who moved mountains to make this happen. From the very beginning, you saw an opportunity and not an obstacle. It was never a question of if we would make the Girl Scout handicapped accessible. It just was a matter of marshaling all the troops and garnering all the resources. Your tireless efforts to raise awareness and funds were just incredible. You've made a profound difference, not just for Olivia, but also for our Girl Scout community, for future girls, and for our broader community. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And to my daughter, Olivia, who inspires me and who inspires others, it just is amazing to me what she's been able to, accomplish in her 7 years of life, and I look very much forward to what else you will accomplish. Girl Scouts is for all girls, and through the collective efforts and results on display here, our Girl Scout community has shown that we live these values. Through the role models within our troops and community, this project is an embodiment of our shared commitment to making this a vision for Girl Scouts is realized. And lastly, while Olivia cannot speak, I'm confident she would want me to say how much it means to her to be included. She is looking forward to many adventures with the Girl Scouts. On behalf of Olivia and our family, thank you from the bottom of our hearts.
Hi, we're here with Polly Vanderwood and her husband Dan Vanderwood and her daughter Olivia. I just wanted to ask you, how does it feel to be a part of this event today, which is so special for the community?
I mean, it's just an overwhelming feeling. There were hundreds and hundreds of people, businesses, organizations that donated their time, their talent, the resources that were contributed. It just is so overwhelming. And just to know that, my daughter helped inspire that, it just is a really incredible feeling.
It's beautiful. And how does it feel just as a parent to know that she now has this opportunity to come in and out of the building with great accessibility? How does that feel?
I think it's not just the in and out part, but the inclusion part, and that just is kind of an enabler to making it easy to be included. It's really easy when you have disabilities to, even if it's unintentional, to be excluded from things. So anything that breaks down the barriers, it just makes life more enriching and fun, and especially for Olivia, it's very challenging to be involved. So.
It's a very beautiful event. So what is next for you guys in terms of what you guys are going to be doing with Olivia now that she has this great plaque on the wall? She's a little superstar.
Yes,
So
you are a big superstar. Well, Olivia gets around. We were down in Washington, D.C. earlier this summer lobbying for healthcare reform and protecting Medicaid. She's on a Medicaid waiver, so we anticipate staying very active on that front. But here in town, we definitely want to utilize our time with the Girl Scouts to its fullest. We love their camping events, their Someone Special dance. We're planning a big Halloween costume. We always like to, we really go all out and jazz up her wheelchair. So we make a special costume for her. So we're looking forward to debuting that at the Girl Scouts Halloween dance in October.
very nice. Any tips on, well, any idea what it might be? Any like hints you can give?
There will be lights and music involved.
Ooh, okay. Very nice, very nice. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you for being here.
Hi, we're here with Pat Allen here. So if you could just tell us, how did this whole project come together as a whole for you?
It was just really an amazing process, starting out with just trying to understand what it would take to build a handicap ramp here, understanding ADA requirements, what we needed for the bathroom, and then starting with the fundraising, and then finding someone to oversee all of the construction and pull it all together, get council approvals from the Girl Scout Council who owns the house. It really was a huge project, but I have really never worked in anything that's had so many different people in our community come together and participate in and want to help and be excited about it and support us in so many ways. It's just been amazing.
An amazing, beautiful project. And just what was it like with the process of getting this project together?
It was just so rewarding. I have to say, it made me so proud to be a member of this community because there were so many different people and organizations and businesses that stepped up to help, and everybody just saw an opportunity and just jumped right in so they could be a part of it. And people came up with very creative ideas to raise funds, and just everyone got involved. And working with Olivia's family has just been so heartwarming. They are just so inspirational, and they really are bound and determined to give her a fulfilling life and are so grateful for the opportunity for her to be in Girl Scouts. And so I think it's been just such a gift to have her in our Girl Scout community, for the girls to get an opportunity to be with her. And it's just been amazing. Made me so proud to be a Girl Scout and so proud to be part of this community.
And why do you feel like a project like this is necessary for people like young Olivia and others like herself?
Well, she obviously couldn't get into our building without the ramp, and so she was missing out on all of the events that we hold here at the Girl Scout House, and her troop wasn't able to hold their troop meetings here, so they had to find another location. But for us, it's not just about Olivia. This hopefully will encourage other Girl Scout leaders to reach out and invite girls with disabilities to join their troop now that they know that they can, access the house and participate in events. It also opens up the opportunity for us to do events with senior citizens, with veterans, with other people with handicaps that we never would have considered before just because they couldn't get into the house. Right. So it really is just, opened up a whole world for us of opportunity and ways that we can welcome everyone in the community here, because we want to be welcoming and include everyone. I mean, Girl Scouting is for all girls, and so we want to make sure that it really can be for all girls.
Hi, today we're with Uli and little girls here. What's your name?
Lily, Grace, Maeve.
Hi, lovely to meet you ladies. So how do you feel about what you did today for your friend Olivia?
I feel great because when my mom and Lauren let her in, I was happy so we could help her and we could have her in our troop.
Very nice, very nice. And do you feel like she now can be a part of all the events? Are you excited about what you guys can do together?
Yeah.
Very nice. How did you feel today?
Happy that Olivia could finally come into the troop's house.
Very nice.
So she could finally take a look around.
Oh, so sweet. And how about you, sweetie? How did you feel?
Good.
Very nice. Are you good friends with Olivia?
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Today is a very special day because Olivia joined our troop last year, and we are so happy to have her. But when we realized we couldn't actually come into the Girl Scouts house, we made a decision to make this happen, that we can actually all come to the Girl Scouts house together and be in here as a community. And we are so thankful that she kind of gave us the inspiration, and we're here today because of her and because of everybody else who helped us make this happen.
And what was the process like for you? I know some people were saying they were sold extra cookies. What sort of things did you do to help others do to infiltrate this handicap rail?
So I think the most important thing in the beginning was to raise awareness that we needed to raise funds to build a ramp to come into the Girl Scouts house. Right. So we got the whole community involved. We did walk and roll with Sarah Newman. We had a mom's night out at Lauren's house. We donated some of the cookie sales towards the ramp. We asked everybody to kind of donate if they were interested in helping. So we kind of just got the word out and asked people to support us.
Hi, today we're here with Carol Spahn-Desmond, and just would like you to talk about the process of what it took to get this handicap rail together.
Well, the Larchmont Lions was involved together with the Episcopalian Church of Larchmont because we share membership with Olivia's family, and also some of our members go there, and they came back to our meeting and said, we've got this problem. The Girl Scout house needs an ADA accessible ramp and bathrooms, and how can you help? And it turns out that thanks to the Larchmont community, because there is the farmers market, we're able to have exposure at the farmers market. So we took that exposure and said, everybody has books that they want to get rid of. Let's donate the books. They were staged at the Episcopalian Church. We brought them over and we sold a lot of books. People generously gave more money than the books were really worth. And the Larchmont Lions actually matched what people gave, and we were able to make a significant donation to building the ramp. And it was a joint effort, and it was great to see the community involved. In fact, people in the farmers market kept saying, are you going to be here next week? We want to give more money. And so it was great. Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I remember you were just saying that you used to be, you're a former Girl Scout as well, as am I.
Yes,
How does it
yes.
feel to be a part of this event with knowing that it's like such a nostalgic thing? How does it feel?
It feels wonderful because I think the Girl Scouts are important for being a friend to all and a sister to every other Girl Scout.
Hi, we're Nicole and Annabelle Russo here. So what can you say about today's event and just how it made you feel to be a part of this community today?
So touching, so amazing. I think everyone in my troop and all of the troops are just so grateful that Pat was able to organize, and everyone was so excited, and the businesses, and what she said today was completely right. People in the town would come up to you if they knew you had a Girl Scout and were really impressed at what you were doing, and we had donations come in with people that had never been a Girl Scout, didn't have any Girl Scouts. We sold extra cookies for donation. Our troop donated a lot of cookies to the Walk and Roll-a-thon and to this event. So it was really just amazing, touching, heartwarming. And our girls also, to teach them about disability and teach them about people that use wheelchairs and teach them about how they need to just, when they do their little patch about a sister to every Girl Scout, that really means every Girl Scout and every girl, right? That any girl can become a Girl Scout.
So I first just wanted to say a few words to give everybody a little history on the house and the project here. As I don't know if you all know that this building was built in 1926. It was built as a train station. It was the Larchmont Gardens train station for the New York Westchester Boston Railway. And that railway was not especially successful, so after about 10 years it went bankrupt. And in 1938, the Girl Scouts started meeting here. I did find one reference at in the town offices that actually says that the Girl Scouts initially rented this property and then, get this, did a fundraiser to raise the money to buy the house for $5,000. Okay, so then on We do have a news article inside that shows that on October 6th, 1938, there was the original dedication of this Girl Scout house. There was a gathering here of people from the community celebrating that the Girl Scouts had a new house and a place to meet. So almost, 79 years ago, almost to the week, we are here now to celebrate this fabulous improvements on the house. So we fast forward from those ladies who were here in 1938 in October to October 2016, when I got a phone call from Uli right here, one of our troop leaders, who said, "Pat, we've already reserved the Girl Scout house for our troop meetings, but we just invited this girl Olivia to join our troop, and she's in a wheelchair. The house is accessible, right?" And I went, "No, unfortunately it's not." And I was actually standing in the house when she called me and thought, oh my goodness, we need to fix this. And so that began really basically what's been a year-long project to figure out how to put a ramp on this house and how to pay for it. So this has just involved so many people, all of you sitting here, to come together, this fabulous community, to make this all happen. It's just been fantastic. I mean, we've had individuals, we've had organizations, Girl Scout troops, other service units, foundations, businesses. We've had donations from this area and as far away as Texas and California, Michigan, Pennsylvania, Kansas, Massachusetts. I mean, we've just had so many people supporting this. We've had so many different businesses and organizations. People have donated money, raffle prizes, building materials, refreshments. It's just been incredible. And we've had some professionals that have really stepped up to donate their time, and we absolutely could not have done this without them. Emil Zibrin, who couldn't be here today, was our architect who donated his time. Tom McCrate, who's our landscaper, he put this landscaping in yesterday. He was here all day. I really wish he could be here today, but he was here all day despite the fact that his 6-year-old daughter was in the hospital yesterday. And so he's with her today instead of being here, but he was bound and determined he was going to get this landscaping in for us. And Steve Marsh, who served as our general contractor and overall organizer for this, and absolutely could not have done this without him. So we really hope that, this will not only, allow Olivia to be able to get into the Girl Scout house and enjoy activities here, but that this will really be a new beginning for us as a Girl Scout community in terms of people that we can include and invite to be part of our Girl Scout activities. So we're just, so thrilled that this has all come together. I just want to say that, Olivia has really been such an inspiration to all of us and her family. I can't imagine any other way that this would have happened. And this is something we've talked about for a number of years, of trying to make the house accessible. But, she's a force. And she rallied all of us. And her family has just been an absolute delight. Polly and I have been on LMC-TV together. We've laughed together. We've cried together. It's just been a fabulous experience getting to know her. And I just want to say that I'm very fortunate. I'm going to be going to the National Girl Scout Convention this coming week as a delegate representing Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson. So I'll be in Columbus, Ohio for a week. And one of the things that you do as a Girl Scout when you go to events where there are people from all over the place, so there are Girl Scouts from all over the place, is you have swaps. And so it stands for special special whatchamacallits affectionately pinned somewhere. So they're little items that are handmade. They might be a little bedroll made out of felt, or a little campfire made out of craft foam, or a little first aid kit in a film can. If you Google them, there's a million swaps out there. So I said, I was told, gee, if you're going to convention, you have to have swaps. And I thought, well, what can I do? Because it should be something that represents your community, if you can, or something that you like to do. And so I decided that the swap that I'm going to take to convention, hundreds of them, are these, where there's a little accessible handicap sign in here with a Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson sticker on the back and some trefoil confetti. So this is what I'm going to be trading with every Girl Scout at convention, to tell them this is what we're about in this community. And this is what's important to us. And I'm hoping that this will inspire just this little swap and the story that I'll tell them about what we've done in our community, that I'm hoping that will inspire other Girl Scout communities to think about their properties and the importance of making them accessible. I wanted to introduce some of our elected officials who are here today. Nancy Seligson, who's the Mamaroneck Town Supervisor. Do you want to come up and say a few words?
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy to be here, too. And I have Deputy Supervisor Jane Elkind-Eny here with me from the town of Mamaroneck and Councilwoman Abby Katz. So we are very proud to be part of this community and so happy and pleased for the Girl Scouts that they are able to make the Girl Scout house handicapped accessible. It really makes a huge difference and means so much. It's an important step to take. And I want to thank them for bringing everyone together to do this fantastic project. I know there were donations from food to contracting, as we heard, and the town was very happy to be able to provide on-the-ground information, permitting help, and donating a handicap sign. I know none of this could have happened without Pat Allen, because Pat is fabulous. She is the Girl Scout extraordinaire. When she told me about this project and about this event today, I couldn't have been more happy to participate. So congratulations to the Girl Scout, but also thank you for bringing our community together, giving us this opportunity to work together, show our spirit together, and build something wonderful.
Thank you, Nancy. And I also wanted to introduce Norman Rosenblum, the mayor of the village of Mamaroneck.
Thank you, Pat. I think this message is more for you girls than anything else. What we're representing here is not only a small community of the Girl Scouts, but the entire community, whether it be the village, the Larchmont, the village of Mamaroneck, the town of Mamaroneck, as witnessed as you go inside and watch the films, all the people that were involved in this. I think it's fantastic. With all the craziness that goes on in the world, we are fortunate enough to live in an area where people get along, and what you represent is diversity. And this is another thread in the fantastic flag that represents America. The handicapped access is another thread in that. So to Olivia and all the girls, I say congratulations, and you are the future leaders, so you're doing a great job.
Thank you, Norm. And next I would like to introduce Eric Anderson. Eric is the president of the board of Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson.
Stay right here. Great, thank you. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for coming this morning, this afternoon. I think the local towns, communities are very fortunate to have Girl Scouts here, and we clearly are very fortunate to have them as partners. As Pat told me, the process of getting these changes approved and executed, I'm from the town of Cortland, and it was like, this is almost a lifetime experience that you've accomplished in about 8 months. So well done, and thank you to you and the administrators in the town government. So Girl Scouts build girls of courage, confidence, and character. Clearly, we also have some involvement in initiative and perseverance, and are clearly good stewards of our funds, because if the Girl Scouts paid $5,000 for this in 1938, it was great value. And clearly the improvements made here have made this accessible to everyone. For that, we are really grateful to Pat and to all of the volunteers who worked with her. I've heard about the project down here now for several months. It has become a currency in our council, which covers 7 counties, 28,000 girls and 11,000 adult volunteers. It's an organization of inclusivity, which I think this project represents, and I, as the board president, represent. I'm a guy. But in Girl Scouts, it is what it is, and you contribute in the ways that you can. And to that, I want to say thank you to the volunteers. Thank you to those of you who have stayed with Girl Scouts. And in this instance, I've known Pat for many years now, recognize what a valuable volunteer she is. But this is truly an exceptional project, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So I just wanted to mention a few more people, a few more thank yous. I mean, we could be here all day with thank yous, but I do want to shout out to Uli and Lauren, who are Olivia's troop leaders, because the fact that they invited Olivia to join was just wonderful, and not every leader would do that. And so it just has been such a gift to her and to the girls in the troop and to our whole community, and so I thank you for doing that. And also the girls in Troop 2997, who have really welcomed and embraced Olivia, and that's just fabulous. You girls really live the Girl Scout law. We are a sister to every other Girl Scout, and that's really important, and we thank you so much. I do want to also thank all the girls who participated in our walk and roll event. For those of you who aren't familiar with it, one of our main fundraisers was at Sarah Newman, part of the New Jewish Home, which is just down the road and around the corner, neighbors of ours. And so we had it was like a walk-a-thon where the girls got sponsors from friends and family. They had a short track to walk, but they were buddied up with residents from Sarah Newman. One of them we have here today, Margaret Oakley, and she participated in walk and roll with Olivia. So the girls were walking and rolling, and the residents were in their wheelchairs rolling and with their rollators rolling, and it was just a fabulous event. And so we had so many girls participate in that, and I want to thank all of them. There is a video that will be playing inside afterwards if you weren't at the event, or if you were and want to relive it. Philippa Wharton put that together for us, and it just recaps the whole day. It was really a great event, and we're just so grateful to the girls who participated and the New Jewish Home Sarah Newman. It was just really amazing. And it brought a lot of attention to our campaign. We had donors, large and small, people who just bought a book at the Lions Club book sale, or came to Frankie and Fanucci's to eat, or attended the Mom's Night Out that Lauren hosted for us. I mean, everyone who just told a friend about it. I would go into the hardware store and people say, "Pat, how's the ramp?" It had buzz around town. It was just amazing. Everybody has just been so supportive. It's just tremendous. I do also want to thank our Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson staff. We have some staff members here today. We have Pat Elwell and Jean Lewis and Elisa Lobergine. Did I miss anybody else? And the staff has just been incredible, because the Girl Scouts Heart of the Hudson owns this property, so we really couldn't do anything with it without their approval and blessing and cooperation.
Pat Allen. And Reverend Crawford just mentioned to me that you have some international responsibilities coming up for the Girl Scouts. So, but what you've done here in Larchmont and Mamaroneck is just outstanding. And so don't be too international. We want to keep you right here too.
Just go to Columbus.
Part of it.
It's not very international.
Just one comment as I came by here. When I was a kid, in my tween years, there was a group of us that got on our bicycles in Mount Vernon. We had a book that talked about the Boston and Westchester Railroad, or the Westchester and Boston Railroad, which existed and ended, I think, in 1937. And we rode around on our bicycles to go to where those stations were. That was the first time I ever came in front of this building, because once upon a time this was a train station. And we talk about now in this society how we have to repurpose things. What better repurposement of something that had one completely different use than for it to be what it has been over these years, and now with handicapped accessibility. So that's the vision of the people active in the scouting movement. That's the vision, most recently, Pat, of you and all these wonderful people that you're complimenting. So congratulations again on an outstanding.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you so much. Okay, so just a couple more things here. So this ramp really is dedicated to Olivia. And as it said, she inspired us all. And so we have a plaque that will hang inside right by the door that reads, Larchmont Girl Scout House Handicap Ramp, October 2017, dedicated to Olivia Vanderwood, who inspired hundreds of local Girl Scouts and community members to support the construction of this ramp, making the Girl Scout House accessible to everyone. Thank you to all the generous donors who made this ramp possible. Our ramp will now be known as Olivia's Way. So we're gonna hang up our sign. So we will
in just a moment, Reverend Dr. Bill Crawford from Larchmont Avenue Church will give a blessing of the ramp. So, Reverend Bill. Sorry, I had to leave church early this morning to get over here and set up.
So did you get that? So before God and these witnesses, Pat Allen just told you that she missed church this morning.
I was there. I just had
There we go. But I don't know about you. I'm glad I'm here to hear Pat's sermon. But everything that was covered and touched upon in Pat's remarks is really, truly amazing. And let me ask you, is there anything that Pat did not cover? Is there any person that Pat did not thank? Is there any other matter or issue or point or prospect that was not touched upon by Pat Allen? Does she not do it all fully, completely, and wonderfully? Really. God bless you. I don't know, and the contractor is here, and Pat probably knows the answer. I don't know exactly how many degrees of incline, rise that is, or how high the elevator. Steve, can you tell us? I'm not hearing it, but people are. 1 to 12, and that's ADA spec and requirement. Given that, but also figuratively and literally, as I think about this, I am moved to say that this ramp elevates and lifts us all. It is just that in wonderful ways. And I would like you to imagine, and even the step into imagining as we move ahead to all those steps that Pat has just articulated for us, I think I could imagine a wonderful picture with the girls in front along the rail, with Olivia in the center, and many, many other crowded around, because imagine in the days and the years ahead, the coming and the going of young girls upon this ramp. Over time, going up and down this ramp, the walk and roll. And don't you just love that phrase? The walk and roll. The steps, the skips, the shuffle into and out of this very special place. Now, it's Sunday, and I cannot resist that the Bible actually has a blessing for such movement in going out and coming in. In the ancient Tanakh book of Deuteronomy, and then Joshua and the Psalms, there is God's blessing right there in the scriptures. You can look it up. And I'd like to think of it as a biblical blessing upon a ramp. Yeah. The scripture reads, God will bless your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. This ramp is a way helping and elevating and providing a way for oh so many arrivals to this beloved place and departures from here. May this ramp be blessed. May it be blessed as Olivia's way. A blessing it is. Right here upon your going out and your coming in from this time forth and forevermore. Let all God's people say, amen.
If you're here to accept your certificate, then please obviously come up. Elisa will hand them out. And but if you just are representing that organization, or we're going to see this person, feel free to come up and pick up the certificate. Otherwise, we'll get them to them later if they're not here. So first off is some representatives of the town of Mamaroneck, because they were incredibly helpful with moving along with building permits, helping us figure out where the sewer easement is so that we would know where we could build, getting us the handicap sign, waiving permit fees. I mean, they were just really, really amazing. So this is for Steve Altieri. Steve couldn't be here today, but he arranged to make sure that we could park along the street here and get us the handicap sign. So the town of Mamaroneck Building Department, who was incredibly helpful, and the town of Mamaroneck Highway Department. So
okay, and the police today. Thank you very much.
Okay. Then we have a number of businesses that have supported us in any number of ways, whether it be
donations or hosting events, lots of different ways. But I hope you will think about these businesses and think about supporting them because they have supported us. We have R.A. Gourmet, who has provided us with food for today's event. And Rudy's coming up, he represents R.A. Frankie and Finucci's in Mamaroneck, we had a dining to donate evening there. Houlihan Lawrence, who was one of our sponsors for Walk and Roll. Larchmont Plumbing and Heating. Rossi, Jim, you here? They just gave us a lot of support and also connected us with Philippa Wharton, who did our video. Leonardo's, who donated pizza for Walk and Roll. Muya of Larchmont, we had a dining to donate there. One-to-One Bodyscapes, who was a supporter of our Walk and Roll, one of our sponsors. Villa Maria donated pizza for Walk and Roll. And the Flower Bar, who put together the flowers for today's event. And we have organizations who have supported us. These may be through grants or through different types of activities that we did with them. The Episcopal Church Women of St. John's Church. You can accept it, Polly, that's all right. The Junior League of Westchester on the Sound, they sponsored us for Walk and Roll. The Knights of Columbus, Larchmont, they gave us a nice donation. Thank you, Jeff. Larchmont Avenue Church, Bill, are you here? We received a grant from them as well. The Larchmont Lions Club, who did a huge book sale for us at the farmers market and really helped us to get the word out about this campaign. The Larchmont Police Benevolent Association, they're out there doing the traffic. Larchmont Temple gave us a grant. The Town of Mamaroneck Fire Department, they gave us a donation. VFW Post 1156, they gave us a lovely donation. And the Women's Club of Mamaroneck also gave us a donation. It takes a village, or a town, to do it, exactly. And then we have a number of some individuals who made some very, very helpful donations to us. Diana and Mark Schwatka, are they here? They actually donated the tile for the handicapped bathroom. So Christopher Zaber from the New York Mets. He donated raffle tickets for Walk and Roll, the Mets tickets to be raffled off. Patricia Wolf gave us a lovely donation. Nanette McNally also gave us a very lovely donation. Marilyn Maciero, the Rotary Club. The Morris S. and Florence H. Bender Foundation through Ralph Engel. Linda Hong and Bill Shen. I saw Linda was here. Okay. And Rudy and Alix Lager, who also gave us a very lovely donation, and they gave us a challenge of a matching donation at Walk and Roll, which really helped elevate our donations there as well. Speaking of Walk and Roll, okay, that was just the most incredible fundraiser and special community event. And so we have certificates here for both the New Jewish Home and for Sarah Newman. This is Bruce Nathanson here from the New Jewish Home, who is instrumental in organizing this event. It was just fabulous, and I hope you will take a look at the video inside. Thank you so much. Annie Graff from LAK Public Relations. I don't know if you'll see Annie, but she did a tremendous job getting the word out about Walk and Roll. LMC-TV, who also did a fabulous job covering both an interview with Polly and with me prior to Walk and Roll and then at the event itself. Philippa Wharton, who was our producer for all of our video coverage of the event. The School of Rock Mamaroneck, and ESU Events, who provided the music and the DJ at Walk and Roll. So these are people, this is our construction crew, and I have to say that Steve Marsh was incredibly good at negotiating with everyone who touched this building and did work on it. I think we had a donation of materials or a discount in price or free services from pretty much everybody who worked on it. And like I said, I don't think many of these people are here, but it will give you a sense of the number of moving parts and organizations that companies that Steve had to coordinate to get this all to happen, and how many generous businesses there were to help with the construction. So we have Aldo Tedesco, Al DeFalco Electric, B&E Ironworks, our ramp, railing, Best Plumbing, Bright Colors Painting, Joe Carducci Excavation, CRP Sanitation, Tom McCrate from Dixie Landscape. I'll see him when his daughter gets out of the hospital. Even Flow Plumbing. Got to Go, because you got to have a porta potty because we didn't have any water, so they donated that. Interstate Lumber, JMA Landscaping, who put in the paving bricks. LMC Safe Lock and Key, because we had to have new panic bars on all of our new doors. Pella Windows, who donated that door. Perfection Drywall. I mean, there were a lot of people. Ramiro's Tree Service. They cleaned up the whole side yard over there, took all the poison ivy out, so that we can now enjoy that. Spectrum AM took all the asbestos out of the basement for us. No. Sutter Construction. Triangle Concrete, and Washington Restoration, who this week replaced some ceiling tiles for us. That's it was an amazing project. And now we have some of our own Girl Scouts of Larchmont Mamaroneck people who were instrumental in being partners with me in making this happen. Kathy Bennett, who's our house manager, who was here at like 7:30 yesterday morning, power washing picnic tables, and was here helping today, and really took care of a lot of beautiful details to make today special. Leslie Adamski, she has been very helpful and been part of my ramp team to help plan events and take care of all kinds of details. And Lauren Jackson and Uli Herriger, who again have been part of my ramp team, and also obviously Olivia's leaders, and the entire Vanderwood family, who has just been such an inspiration and a help. Okay, and just a couple left. These are for Emil Zibrin, and he works for the Kenneth Nadler Consulting Company, which is the architect who did all of the work free of charge. And we had multiple designs, let me tell you. Because for those of you who've remember the configuration before, the door was where this second window is, and that window was where the door was. We had to flip those because there's a sewer easement over here, and we basically could not build the ramp beyond the end of the house. And we didn't want it to loop around and dump Olivia or anyone else right into the driveway. So, and Emil was the one who came up with the idea of moving the door and coming up with this configuration, which worked and really made this possible. And then Steve Marsh. Steve, please come up. Stay here, please. I mean, I just don't have words to thank Steve enough for all of his skill, time, talent that he gave to this project. I mean, every time I came by here, Steve was here. And if he wasn't here the second I got here, he was here a few minutes later. I mean, he just put so much effort into this. He was, you know, staying in touch while he was on vacation. He just coordinated all of these different tradespeople to be here. And like I said, negotiated discounts with them. And I don't know, it was just, it's incredible. I mean, no one can believe that you really pulled this off. He has a great working relationship with the building department, which, that helped. And he just, everybody liked Steve and was happy to accommodate him, which is fabulous. And we just can't thank you enough for pulling this all together. So we have a couple of gifts here. So